Hello everyone, welcome to the channel of a Great Investor. This is Dolph. Today in this video, we're going to talk about NIO. Yes, we finally had the NIO's day today. Well, actually, technically yesterday, because the China time is earlier than here in the United States. But finally, this means a lot to all those, the investor. So let's talk about the NIO today. And at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about some few important the events that are coming up for the next week. So if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. So what happened in the NIO's day today? So I think they had a great the presentations day. So like I think they had even like the laser shows, and some popular singers came out and sing, and they had a great presentation, and so that's I think it was overall like the fantastic the presentation they had. A lot of things that came out we have already known, and I think a lot of them things it is priced in in the stock. So we'll just go over the key area that we need to talk. And I've watched the whole presentation. Nothing that I understood anything what he was saying, but they had like the English title, so that I was looking at that. And of course I have read some the articles, and to see what are the things that the key point that we need to kind of go over. They launched the new sedan ET7, which is directly competitive to Tesla's the Model S, and I think the price range is about the same, like starting like $69,000. The price range is 450,000 yuan, yeah, and that is actually quite. I thought that was a quite high price, because now I don't know. You must have heard, because the Tesla just lowered their price for the Model 3 model, which costs about 265 yuan. That means you can pretty much buy two the Model 3 for that price. Of course, ET7 it is more premium car, which is more comparable to the Tesla's Model S. But I think personally, this will definitely benefit the Tesla. And I also saw the articles just came out yesterday from China, saying like a lot of people are looking at the Tesla S model just because they have the lower the price. So now let's talk about the batteries. So now new battery that goes to the ET7 will range about 621 miles on a single charge, using the new, the battery technology. That is significantly higher than what the investors they were expecting. They were expecting about 400 to 500, the miles, the range. But I thought this is the great news for NIO. But the thing is, they will not deliver this car until the first quarter of 2022. And if anything goes, with the virus and all that, it can also, delay a little bit. So I wanted to point it out that. And also the NIO unveiled the new battery swap stations. They will be to spread it out throughout the country. And they were talking about more than 500, swap stations that will install. So that's a great news. But I mean, we've already known about this though. And in addition to that, the NIO also said the ET7 will feature LIDAR sensors that enables that autonomous driving system that costs about 680 yuan a month. And I wanted to talk about this one a little bit, because I don't know, as a consumer's point, we'll have to see how many people actually get this, the features. Because, obviously you can pay a little bit more, and, just you can have one already installed it, which means you don't have to really swap it every time, but you can still charge it at home or charge it at the station, the charging station. To me, I'd probably rather go with that, in my opinion. But I can see a lot of people, I mean, with the price range, somebody who buys, the $70,000 car, they may not think, the $150 per month is not a bad idea. But as an investor, we'll have to see what kind of number they come up with. And they also said the system they will also charge about $100 per month. So we were talking about like battery changing. The one that they're using right now, the battery changing, the swapping, the program, they're charging about $150, like the US dollar. But with this, the upgraded one, I think, they probably go more than like $200 price range, which is very possible. So with with the LIDAR, the systems, there'll be also the charging for customers, which would cost about $100. So we're talking about $300 every month, on top of the car price. So that's just something that a lot of people think it is like the great idea, and it'll obviously benefit the company. But in my opinion, it can also hurt the company. So I think we'll have to see how it turns out. So let's talk about the price. So I don't know, like, anybody who watching this video, please comment in the below and see like what are the price range that you guys bought the stocks for. I know, like, from all year this year, the price, the NIO price was like around $5, $6, and I've been keeping my eyes on, so being in this the EV stock, and at the time I was heavily like investing in a Tesla and all that. So this would definitely kind of caught my eyes, but I never even thought about investing even single dollar on during the time, because they were talking all year this year, like in February, March, they were still talking about the company going bankrupt. They only like to produce like a few hundred the cars. And the time goes by, like the last the couple of the quarters, they finally rolling out like more than thousands like the cars. I was like, okay, let's see where this one going. And then obviously the recent the months they've launched like thousands cars. So I've been kind of buying slowly from like the price range by $40 to like the $45. I've been kind of investing slowly. So I'm very bullish. Of course, like from now on, this will kick in. So it is great news. I'm very excited about the stock. So my plan is buying little by little, but keep on buying it. That's my plan. So talking about the EV stocks, the Li Auto, which is also the Chinese company, it is going going up pretty nicely, and the Warren Buffett backed like BYD also rose 1.2% the last week on Friday, and XPeng, of course. Those all EV stocks. I think as the NIO investor, I think it is important like to see like all these other companies and see how it looks, because this will definitely affect the EVs, EV stock and NIO stock as well. And also the Tesla went up 8% like on Friday last week. So I wanted to mention about that. So this LIDAR, LIDAR technology, something that new. I thought it is new that, and I didn't expect this one coming. Is that they're using the Nvidia chips for their autonomous driving system, And Nvidia, like the chip name is called Nvidia Orin, I guess. It says it's the world's highest performance AV and robotic processor. Uh, and this one, it says this is scalable supercomputer on the chip family, delivers an unprecedented 254 trillion of operating per second. That doesn't really mean anything to me, just because I don't quite understand like what is that scale of that chips it is capable of. The one that they were kind of entry level, the second level, that what they were the most autonomous the car is using, they use 10 tops like per 5 watts or something. But now this Nvidia chips uses more than 1,000 tops. So that by just looking at that, the number figures, I can see this is like the quite significant jump, from what would you say, from 10 to 1,000. That's quite a lot to me. So as a kind of like as a number goes, I think it is the great the technology they're about to use for this ET7, the sedan. But also I wanted to mention this is a good news for Nvidia, which is one of my the favorite stock as well too. So we'll see how the Nvidia stock reacts to that on Monday, or near future in a week or two. And a lot of the company also they announced they're gonna use the the LIDAR, the technology. So I think all the other LIDAR, the companies like the Velodyne, ticker symbol VLDR, yeah, and the Lumina technology, ticker symbol LAZR. They both the rallied pretty much the last month, a lot, especially on the report saying that Apple is gonna also use, the LiDAR technology for their 2024, the Apple, EV car. So, those whole sector of, the LiDAR like the technology, the sector, they went up significantly. So I wanted to also mention about that. And meanwhile, also, one more other, the LiDAR, the company I wanted to mention is called the Oster, OUSTER. And they also said the last month, like they will go public with the merger with the blank check company. That company is called the Colonnade Acquisition, the ticker symbol CLA. So I wanted to also mention about that. I'll be looking at that actually, because the LiDAR and like the Velodyne and Lumina already went up, because I don't want to even touch that at this point. But I was thinking maybe the Colonnade Acquisition, like ticker symbol CLA, I'll be watching that one carefully. So I wanted to mention about that. And now I wanted to mention about the important events that are coming up for next week. So earnings season is coming. So the first I wanted to mention about the JP Morgan. I've been talking about this one, since a lot, last couple of previous video. The bank stock is pretty hot. So all this, the JP Morgan, I like, and of course, the Bank of America is a good stock to to buy right now, I think, in my opinion. And of course, my favorite stock, the Goldman Sachs. Like you can maybe just buy little bit of a share, and those are the like very safe stocks. So it's not like high volatile stocks. So what I'm thinking is like, but manage your budget of how much you want to spend, and maybe just buy some of those stock at this point may not be the bad idea, and see, you just hold it for maybe 2-3 months. 2-3 months, and see where it goes. That's what my plan is. But none of this one is, financial advice or recommendation. I wanted to mention. So do your own research and do your diligence. Yeah. And also, so there is, looking into the coming week, there is two big conference. Both is going to be the virtual this year. One is CES Tech Extravaganza and JP Morgan Healthcare Conference. Those are coming up next week. And like dozens of companies will present the key technology, earning guidance, and other business development and stuff like that. But I wanted to mention the General Motor and AMD. They will be the key presenter on Tuesday. So those two, I like the GM right now. How it is the stock is doing, and of course AMD like it kind of went up high. So I don't know if I want to buy the share on AMD at this point. But those two stocks will be the kind of key stocks that I'll be watching it. So thank you for watching this video. I think that's it for today's video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to click the like button, and thank you very much. And I'll see you next. Bye.